Yeah, good evening, children. Good evening, online students.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, so today I have a question paper of one school from Salem. We have that student also online. We'll just solve this paper today. All right? Yeah, get started. So good evening, Tanishka.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is your school paper. We're going to solve it today. I'll call you tomorrow and get further details from you. All right? Yeah, all of you start working. See the first question. Which of the following equations have two distinct real roots? Two distinct real roots. Distinct roots meaning unequal roots. So how do we check that? We'll have to find the value of D. If the value of D is negative, no real roots. If the value of D is 0, equal roots. If the value of D is positive or greater than 0, then real unequal, real distinct roots. Yeah, find the value of D. Two distinct roots. The first one is cubic, so it can have a maximum of 3 roots. Leave that. The first one is a cubic equation. It can have a maximum of 3 roots. Leave that. Check the others. Find D for the others. And Tanishka, the image you sent was very dull. Is this option 5x square or 5x to the power 4? Quick, Tanishka. Option D, is it 5x square or 5x to the power 4? Yeah, have the paper beside you.
Power 4 only, ma'am, not 2.
Okay. It's 4, huh? Tanishka, 4 or 2?
It's 2.
Yeah, it's 2. It's 2. It's 2. Yeah. Yeah, children, work. Option B, right? Option B, so but I'll just work D for everything. For x squared plus 3x plus 2 root 2 is equal to 0. D is equal to B squared. So 3 squared minus 4 into A into C. So it's 9 minus 8 root 2. Correct? 9 minus 8 root 2. And what's the value of 8 root 2, children? It's 8 into 1 point. Yeah, so when you do that, it will be more than 9. It will be more than 9. The value will be more than 9, which is negative. 8 root 2, when you try to find the value, 8 into 1.414, you just multiply. The value will be a little more than 9. It will be more than 9 definitely. So the value of the discriminant is negative. Now it looks like 9 minus 8, it's positive. No, it's not positive. 9 minus 8 root 2. 8 root 2, the value of 8 root 2 is more than 9. So the value of D is negative there, which means no real roots. B square minus 4 into A into C. So 9 minus 20 minus 11. We ignored the first one because it's cubic. The others are quadratic. So we find the value because a cubic polynomial can have a maximum of 3 zeros. Now this one is 2 real roots. Which of the following has 2 real unequal roots? Distinct meaning unequal. Distinct meaning unequal. So a quadratic equation has unequal. I'm late, no, so I'll just take some time to settle down. I'm sorry. A quadratic equation has 2 unequal roots when d is greater than 0. Correct? So where is d greater than 0? Option B. So correct option is B. Because in D it is negative, it's less than 0. In C also it is less than 0, it's negative. In B it is more than 0, it's positive. When the value of D is more than 0, the quadratic equation will have 2 unequal roots. Done, all of you? So when D is, you don't have to write this, we're just trying to recall. When D is less than 0, unreal roots. Unreal roots. And when D is equal to 0, equal roots. Equal roots are also called what? Equal roots are also called? Equal roots are also called. Okay, equal roots are also called, children. I think I'm frightening you. Online children, equal roots are also called. Very nice. Yeah. Coincident roots. Coincident roots. Equal roots, coincident roots mean the same. Unequal roots, distinct roots mean the same. When we say a quadratic equation has unequal roots, it is real only. Don't worry about the word real. The word real is not important. Unequal itself means real unequal. Equal itself means real equal. Supposing you have the word only equal, it's not given real. Okay, you have this word equal. The quadratic equation has equal roots. Equal is real and equal only. If it has roots, that means real roots only, no? It has roots. So if you have the word equal, that is enough. Equal means real and equal only. Only real can mean equal or unequal. Okay, I think we need to do that slowly. 1 minute. See, when we say real roots, when we say a quadratic equation has real roots you will have a question. Real roots, okay, but are the real roots equal or unequal? There's a question after that. If the quadratic equation has real roots, are the real roots equal or unequal? There's a question after that. What's the other word for equal? Coincident roots. The other word for unequal, distinct roots. Okay. But when it's given that a quadratic equation has equal roots, a quadratic equation has equal roots, it means real and equal. It means real and equal. You should not ask, okay, equal roots, are they real? Yeah, roots exist. That's why we are saying equal roots, real and equal only. Unequal roots. It's given that a quadratic equation has unequal roots. So no question further. There's no further question. Unequal roots. No further question. Unequal roots means real unequal roots. So when it's given equal, unequal, we don't have any further questions. Because they mean real equal, real unequal. But when it's simply given real roots, we have a question ahead. Are they real and equal or are they real and unequal? You understand? Okay. So here we have to identify the equation which has two unequal roots. So what should be the value of d? Greater than 0. So find d, wherever it is greater than 0, that equation has unequal roots. If it's negative, unreal roots, no real roots. If it's equal to 0, equal roots. This is the next question. So given the roots, how do we construct the quadratic equation? Correct. So let's say alpha is equal to 2 plus root 3. No, I'll give you some time to work. You try and then I'll do it.
Ma'am,
Yes.
there is a printing mistake in the question paper, ma'am.
Okay.
Uh,
No. Is it about, you tell me when that particular question is on the screen.
these options are not correct one, ma'am. We should find the answer.
Oh, none of these options are true, is it?
Yes, ma'am. We should
Okay.
find.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what's the equation? X squared minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. Required quadratic equation. REQ is required. Required quadratic equation is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. So maybe we'll change this option to minus. You can just change this one to minus. So option A. Change that option and we'll say option A. So we have to find the sum of the zeros, the product of the zeros, and put it in the format. X squared minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. You're done, all of you? Okay. Next one. Yeah, quickly work and check what kind of equation it is. Okay, I have a question now. Should we actually work? This is power 2 here, no? So directly we can say no quadratic. Yes or no? No, we have the power 2 here, the highest power. This is 2, this is 1. Correct? So the highest power is 2. So is it quadratic? Yes, no, yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Not sure. Yes, girls here? Yes. See, actually, you're not supposed to do that. It's not this 2 which decides. You have to work. You have to work. That's what Swati, you said first and then you change your answer. So always simplify the equation, children. Don't look at the equation and comment. Always simplify the equation. So we have x minus 2 the whole squared plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 3. Please simplify the equation. Sometimes the x square term and the x square term may get cancelled. So then that x square term will not be there at all. Then it will not be quadratic. You should always simplify the equation and then check if the equation is quadratic, linear, or whatever. Okay, so a minus b the whole square is a squared minus 2 into a into b plus b squared is equal to 2x minus 3. See, this is rough work. So at this stage, if you feel, no, it cannot be, it is quadratic, you can just choose the option. Okay, but I'm just working it completely. So a squared minus 2 into a into b plus b squared. So it is quadratic. Sorry? X squared? One minute. X minus 2 plus 1 is equal. X squared plus 2 into x into 2 plus 2 square. Oh, plus 1, I forgot. Plus 1, I forgot to write plus 1. Sorry. I'll just redo that once again. I'll just rework that. Quadratic. So always simplify the equation and then conclude. And then decide, or and then conclude, whatever, and then decide. Without simplifying the equation, don't try to settle down with, yeah, it is quadratic. No, it is cubic. No, don't do that. Okay, so always simplify the equation. Sometimes the x cube on one side and x cube on the other side will get cancelled. So x cube will not be there. But in the question, you would have seen the power 3. But when you simplify the x cube, they might get cancelled on either sides. So then it will not be a cubic equation. So please simplify and then you decide the kind of equation it is. Yeah. Yeah, what's the answer? C, 9. Okay. What's your answer, Swati? Okay. Online children, second term is 9. Okay. 9. 9. Okay. So SM is equal to 2m square plus 3m. So S1 is equal to 2 into 1 square plus 3 into 1, which is 2 plus 3, 5. This implies what is S1? A1 or A. A1 or A is equal to 5. Now S2 is equal to 2 into 2 squared plus 3 into 2, which is 4 to the 8 plus 6, 14. What is the S2? S2 is the first sum to two terms. Is the first term plus the second term. That is 14. S2 is nothing but the sum to the first two terms of the AP, which is A1 plus A2. A1 plus A2 is 14. But A1 is 5. 5 plus A2 is equal to 14. So A2 is equal to 14 minus 5, which is 9. So option C. SM is given. SM is given. Find S1. S1 is A1 or A. Then find S2. S2 is A1 plus A2. S3 is A1 plus A2 plus A3. S4 is the sum to first four terms of the AP. A1, A2, A3, A4. And so on. So A1 plus A2 is 14. A1 is 5. So A2 is 9. Okay, next. Make a note quickly. Okay. Yeah, Jayavashni, tell me, how do we do this? If the number n minus 2, 4n minus 1, if the numbers, okay, not number, if the numbers n minus 2, 4n minus 1, 5n plus 2 are in AP, then the value of n is, Jayavashni? Loud, loud. Correct. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So since the numbers are in AP, let A1 is n minus 2, A2 is 4n minus 1, and A3 is 5n plus 2. We'll just assume that. There are any three numbers in AP. They need not be the first three numbers in AP. They can be any three numbers. See, these three numbers are in AP. So let's just take A1 as n minus 2, A2 as 4n minus 1, and A3 as 5n plus 2. So if the three numbers are in AP, then A2 minus A1 is the same as A3 minus A2. Because what is A2 minus A1? Common difference. What is A3 minus A2? Common difference. How do you find the common difference? A term minus its preceding term. To find the common difference of the AP, you can take any term minus its preceding term. So A2 minus its preceding term A1 is the common difference. Similarly, A3 minus its preceding term A2 is the common difference. So both the expressions represent common difference, which means A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. So A2 is 4n minus 1 minus n minus 2 is equal to 5n plus 2 minus 4n minus 1. If you didn't use brackets, you will get a different value for n, which is wrong. 4n minus 1 minus n plus 2 is equal to 5n plus 2 minus 4n plus 1. So 3n plus 1 is equal to n plus 3. So 2n is equal to 2. N is equal to 1. Am I right? N is 1. Very good. The value of n is 1. Option A. See, you can call the numbers A, B, C also. Let A be equal to some B and C. And you can write B minus A is equal to C minus B. You just call them something. A, B, C. So now B minus A is a common difference. And C minus B is the common difference. Next one. The length of the rungs of a ladder dash uniformly from bottom to top. I don't take this as a. This is, you can answer. See, if the ladder is like this, the ladder can be like this. The rungs of the ladder, like this. These are the rungs, the steps in the ladder, they are the rungs. Ladder cannot be like this. Okay, the ladder cannot be like this. Or if there's a ladder, you cannot use it like this. Okay, because then how will you hold? As you go, when you climb up the ladder, how will you need to hold the sides, like when you walk up the stairs, you need the railings, right? In the same way, when you're going up the ladder, you need to hold for support. You can't steps நடக்கிற மாதிரி ஸ்டெப்ஸ்ல பிடிக்காம நடக்கிற மாதிரி நம்ம லேடர்ல பிடிக்காம ஏற முடியாது. பிடிக்கணும்ல, அப்புறம் இப்படி இருந்தா லேடர் அப்புறம் எப்படி பிடிக்கிறது? சோ லேடர் இப்படி இருக்காது. லேடர் cannot be like this. Can be like this. ஒரு ரெண்டு ஸ்டெப் லேசா பிடிச்சு நிறுத்தி அப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு சப்போர்ட் இருக்கும். இப்படி இருக்கலாம். இல்லைன்னா நம்ம ட்ரெடிஷனல் லேடர்ஸ் எல்லாம் மேட் ஆஃப் பேம்பூ இஸ் லைக் திஸ் ஒன்லி, the traditional ladders made of bamboo is like this actually. So I think we can give two answers, to this question, or the diagram at least should be given. Well, I don't have one answer for this. Let me read it again. The length of the rungs, these are the rungs, the steps are the rungs. The length of the rungs of a ladder, okay, dash uniformly from bottom to top. So if you take this ladder, they decrease uniformly from bottom to top. If you take this ladder, by this ladder, they decrease uniformly from bottom to top. But if you take this traditional ladder, they remain constant. The length of the rungs, they remain constant. But I think in a decrease தான் வரணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Now you have to choose one, right? So uniformly வந்ததுனால decrease uniformly from bottom to top தான் நம்ம, like sometimes we have to choose the most appropriate answer. Like when you think both of it can be right, but you have to choose the most appropriate answer. So here the length of the rungs of a ladder remain constant uniformly, doesn't like read correct, remain constant uniformly. So I think we can go with decrease. The length of the rungs of a ladder decrease uniformly from bottom to top. However, you can, it's like you can, in this case, it's this answer, but in this case, it is this answer. But to suit this sentence, we are going with this ladder, and so this option, decrease. Decrease uniformly from bottom to top reads nicely. Reads correct. So we are choosing that option. Okay, next one. Yeah, coordinate geometry, some of us have not learned. So we'll not, yeah, that's what. We'll not take up questions from coordinate geometry because some of us have not learned. So I'm skipping this for now. This one also. Oh, this one also. Yeah. Try this one. Don't copy the options because you know the options. Just write that assertion and reason statement alone. Option B, yeah. Okay, both are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay. So what's the sixth term? Sixth term is A plus 5D. Sixth term, A6. A6 is equal to A plus 5D. So 15 plus 5 into minus 3. Yeah, so it is 15 minus 15, 0. A minus D, A and A plus D are three numbers in AP. True. Yeah, correct. Option B. Because both are correct. But the reason is not talking about the assertion. Reason is something else. It is AP, but does not talk about the assertion statement. So both are correct, but R is not the correct explanation for A. What do you think should have been given if you had to choose option A? Then what do you think can be the reason? Reason statementல என்ன இருந்திருந்தா option A select பண்ணலாம். Both are correct and R is the correct explanation for A. Huh? Correct. Very good. If it was given an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, if this was given, then yes, both are correct. The general term of the AP is given by a plus n minus 1 into d, something regarding the general term. Because in assertion, we are finding A6, which is a particular, it's a sixth term. So if the reason talks about the general term A plus n minus 1 into d, then both are true and the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion statement. Very good, Swati. Okay, so for this, this is the correct option. I'll share the images on WhatsApp later. We'll just continue. Yeah. Don't take the or option, work both. Find n. Let me see who can tell me the value of n first. Find n. Ignore these dots, okay? There are no dots here. $51. Okay. Now go on to find the 20th term from the end. 158. Very good, Swati. So we need to first find the value of n. So the 20th term from behind will be the 20th term from behind or from the last. The 20th term from the last term. From the 20th term from the last term is equal to, let me find the number first and then. How many terms are there? 51. Okay, 51. You can just do that in the rough column. 51 terms are there. You want to find the 20th term from behind. So subtract 19. Subtract 1 less. Okay, so what is it? 2, 32. The 32nd term from. Did you find that, Swati? There are totally 51 terms in the AP. You need to find the 20th term from the last term, from behind. You have to find the 20th term, not from the beginning. 20th term from the beginning is A20, which is A plus 19B. No. Find the 20th term from behind. So how many terms are there? 51 terms are there. So don't do minus 20, do one less than that, minus 19. What do you get? 32. The 32nd term from the beginning is the 20th term from the end. Okay. Or you can write, okay, the 32nd term from the beginning is the 20th term. 20th term from behind or from the last. When you subtract, what you get? 32. Okay. From the beginning, see now, supposing there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 students. And we are talking, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 students. If you're talking about the 8th student, that student is the 8th student from the beginning, but 1, 2, 3, 4th student from behind. From behind, 4th student. This is the last student, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4th student from behind, but the 8th student from the beginning. In the same way, one term, you can say its position from the beginning and from the end. Every term in the AP, you can give two positions. One position from, from the beginning, and a position from behind. So you have to find the 20th term from behind. So we'll find that position from the beginning. How do we find that position from the beginning? So number of terms 51 minus, instead of 20, subtract 19. You get 32. So the 20th term from last is the 32nd term from the beginning. So find A32. Find A32. A plus 31D. A is 3 plus 31 into 5. So 3 plus 155, 158, correct? 158, correct. Every term has a position from the beginning and a different position from behind. Now the expressions we use, we can find the term from the beginning, not from the end. Now, when you find A32 using A plus 31D, you're finding the 31st. When you find A32 using A plus 31D, you're finding the 32nd term from the beginning, not from behind. That's how the formula is designed. The formula is designed to find the second term from the beginning, third term from the beginning, fourth term from the beginning. When you find A10, you're finding the 10th term from the beginning. When you find A20, you're finding the 20th term from the beginning. That's how the formula is designed. But you want to find the 20th term from behind. You should not find A20. A20 is the 20th term from the beginning. No, but you want to find the 20th term from behind. So what is it? What is its position from the beginning is what you have to find. That is this subtraction. N is 51 minus 20. Take one less than that, 19. And you get 32. So the 20th term from behind is the 32nd term from the beginning. So find A32 and it's 158. It's simple, no? I will just write the equations you can solve. So, oh yes, second option. How many numbers of 2 digits are divisible by 7? 2 digits. Oh, that's, you can just use the tables and say, okay, what is 7 13s are 91, right? Then 7 14s are 7 14s are. Yeah. 7 ones are 7. This will not come. So 7 twos are 14. From here, 7, 14 times 8, 98. So 13. There are 13 because this one will not come. 7 14s are 98. Oh, this you have to work. We have to show the steps in work. But it's a very simple question because 7 14s are 98. Then 7 15s are a three digit number. So either on the 7 வந்து 7 வராது. ஏன்னா அது single digit number. So எவ்வளவு இருக்கு 13. இதை விட்டுட்டோம்னா அப்ப 13. So there are 13 two-digit numbers divisible by 7. If it's a one-mark question, you can just answer it like this. But here you'll have to show the steps. So there are 13 two-digit numbers divisible by Okay, next one. Just tell me the equations, no? We'll just go to the next one. What are the equations? A plus 6D is equal to 32. A plus 12D is equal to 62. So you'll have to solve the two equations. Find A and D. A is 5. Okay. So the AP is 2, 7, 12, 17, and so on. Okay, this, if you have not finished also, you can finish it. Next one. Determine the nature of the roots of the equation. Oh, there's nothing to work. You can just say it like that. Determine the nature of the roots of the equation. Quick. Oh, there's nothing to work here. Just look at that. Look at the equation and tell me. Real distinct roots. Yeah, why? Correct. Yeah. So x minus 1 into 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. This means x minus 1 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1 by 2. So the equation has real and distinct roots. Normally we go through what b square minus 4ac. I think in the question to answer a question, there is no rule that you have to use a particular method. There is no rule. You have to answer the question in a correct way, using some correct logic or some correct concept. That's all. So here we have found the roots itself. The roots are 1 and 1 by 2. Clearly, the quadratic equation has real and distinct roots. Distinct or unequal roots. We found the values of x. We are getting two different values. Now tell me what kind of roots does this equation have? No, without working, just by looking at it. Why? Correct. Correct. So this means 2x minus 7 into 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. 2x minus 7, the whole square is equal to 0 means 2x minus 7 into 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. So 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. X is equal to 7 by 2. So both the roots are 7 by 2. Both the roots, the other 2x minus 7 is equal to 0 is also 7 by 2. So both the values of x equal to 7 by 2. So the quadratic equation has real, equal, or coincident. Real and coincident or real and equal roots. Okay. Yeah. Next one. This is AP. So for now, we'll just leave it. And with all this, no, this is all 8th standard questions, meaning this one. So taking LCM and solving. Find two natural numbers. We just construct the equation for the 15th one, children. That's all for x. You can take LCM and do it yourself. Tell me the equation. Find two natural. Tell me the equation. Quadratic equation. Yeah, what are the numbers? Let the numbers be x and x plus 3. So the squares have a sum of 117. So the square of x is x square. And the square of x plus 3 is x plus 3 the whole square. Their sum is 117. X square plus 2 into x into 3 plus 3 squared is equal to 117. So 2x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 117 is equal to 0. 2x squared plus 6x minus what's this 108 is equal to 0. So x squared plus 3x minus 54 is equal to 0. So what are the two numbers to split the middle term? 6 9s are 54. So 9 and 6. So x squared plus 9x minus 6x minus 54 is equal to 0. You can take the numbers as x and x minus 3 also. Then you will get x as 9. So then the other number is 9 minus 3, 6. You can take as x and x plus 3 or x and x minus 3. If you take x and x minus 3, x value is 9. It will not be 6, it will be 9. And then the other number is 9 minus 3, 6. Okay, next one. See, it is not x plus 3 the whole square, correct? Because two squares have the sum. So the square of x is x squared. The square of x plus 3 is x plus 3 the whole square. You should add the squares. And that is 117. The square of one number x is x squared. The square of the other number x plus 3 is x plus 3 the whole square. The sum of the squares, so x squared plus x plus 3 the whole square is 117. Okay, next one. Yeah. Yeah, children. How much did he save in the first year? 1,200. Or we can take it as 8 cent. Now, in each year after the first, he saves 100 rupees more. So the common difference is 100. So what are the terms of the AP then? A plus 100, A plus 200. Okay, you don't have to write that also. So the total savings, the savings in all the 10 years, that is first year savings plus second year savings plus third year savings. The total savings is equal to 16,500. So it is not 810. What is 810? 810 will be the savings during the 10th year. The 10th year savings is 810. But the savings of all the 10 years, A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 till A10, the savings of all the 10 years is S10. A10 will be the savings only for that particular year, the 10th year. A9 is a savings for the 9th year. But what is 16,500? A man saved 16,500 in 10 years. In all the 10 years, he saved 16,500. So it is S10. It's S10. So n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 16,500. N we do not know. Oh, sorry, n is 10. Sorry. A we do not know, plus 10 minus 1 into d is 100 is equal to 16,500. So 5 into 2a plus 10 minus 1 is 9 into 100 is 900 is equal to 16,500. Then 2a plus 900 is equal to 16,500 by 5. 5 3s are 15, 5 3s are 15, 0 0. So 2a is equal to correct. A is equal to 2400 divided by 2, which is 1,200. Therefore, first year savings supposing he saves 100 rupees less every year, then the common difference is minus 100. If he saves 100 rupees less every year, okay, then it will be common difference will be minus 100. First year savings A, common difference is D, which is 100. Common difference is plus 100 if he increases the savings every year. If he saves 100 rupees less every year, if he saves 100 rupees less every year, then D is equal to minus 100. Then we understand it as S10. S10 is equal to 16,500. Formula n by 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 16,500. Substitute the values. You know n is 10 because 10 years. You know d is plus 100. So we have to find A, the savings during the first year. Correct? This is coordinate geometry. Do this one. Online children, what's the condition for equal roots? Yeah, online children, use the emoji, raise your hand. Let's see, Aniruddha, Niveda, Anugraha, Aragamai, Tanishka. Tanisha or Tanishka. Okay, Amritsa, Renu, Krishnapriyan, Srivatsan, Kamalika, and Srivatsan again. Okay, good. Online children, what is the condition for equal roots?
D is equal to 0.
D is equal to 0. Plus C, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. D is equal to 0. What's the value of C? Why? Three. So write B and square it entirely. This is B squared minus 4 into A into C. The condition for equal roots is D is equal to 0. Discriminant is equal to 0, which means B square minus 4AC is equal to 0. B square minus 4 into A into C is equal to 0. The quadratic equation is already in the standard form. You can see this is the x square term. This is the x square term. So This is x square. The rest of it is a. This is the x term. This is x. The rest of it is b. So b is minus 6 into c plus 1. And you can see this term does not have x or x square. There is no x square here. So the entire term, the whole of this is c. Minus 6 into minus 6 is 36 into c plus 1 the whole square minus 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12 into c plus 1 into c plus 9 is equal to 0. You can divide by 12 throughout. 36 into, I'm not expanding now. I'm dividing by 12 throughout. 12 into c plus 1 into c plus 9 by 12 is equal to 0 by 12. You can divide throughout by 12. How many terms? 1, 2. On the left hand side, we have only 2 terms. On the right hand side, we have 0. So the 2 terms on the left hand side have 12 in common. If you divide by c plus 1, you will lose the value of c. One value of c. You should not divide by, you can divide by a constant. So this is the next step. So we have so it will be 12 ones are 12 threes are 12 and 12 cancels. And here 0 by 12 is 0. So 3 into c plus 1 the whole square. So it is 3 into c square plus 2c plus 1. When you expand, c plus 1 the whole square is c square 2c and 1 minus c plus 1 into c plus 9. C plus 1 into c plus 9 is equal to 0. How do you multiply c plus 1 and c plus 9? Like this. C into c plus 9 plus 1 into c plus 9. So 3c squared plus 6c plus 3 minus c squared plus 9c plus c plus 9 is equal to 0. 3c squared plus 6c plus 3 minus c squared. And this one is how much? Plus 10c. So it will be, this is plus 10c. So it will be minus 10c. Plus, sorry, minus 9 is equal to 0. So 2c squared minus 4c minus 6 is equal to 0, right? So dividing by 2 throughout, c square minus 2c minus 3 is equal to 0. Split the middle term, minus 3c plus 1c minus 3 is equal to 0. So c into c minus 3 plus 1 into c minus 3 is equal to 0. So c minus 3 into c plus 1 is equal to 0. So c minus 3 is equal to 0 or c plus 1 is equal to 0. C is equal to 3 or c is equal to minus 1. Correct? Did you get both the values for c? I knew that. I knew you got only one value. I didn't ask you. So sorry, you got 1 minute. Yeah. That I haven't come to that. Yes. Okay, I thought you divided by c plus 1 also throughout. You didn't, right? You should not divide by c plus 1 throughout. No, nothing. If you divide by c plus c, okay, 1 minute. Let me put it like this. Now we divide by 12. I'm sorry to assume that. So we divide by 12 throughout, right? Because you can simplify the equation. Now you can see that c plus 1 is also common. You can see c plus 1 here and c plus 1 here. Yes or no? If you divide by c plus 1, you will get only 3. You will get c is equal to 3. You will not get both the values of c. When you divide by c plus 1, you will not get a quadratic equation also. Okay, see, my first question. Can we divide by C plus 1? Yes, we can, because both the terms have C plus 1. You can divide by C plus 1. You can divide by 12 into C plus 1. You can divide by 12 into C plus 1. Because the two terms on the left hand side have 12 in common and also C plus 1 in common. So you can divide by 12 into C plus 1. When you do that, you will not get a quadratic equation. You will get a linear equation and you will get only this value for C. C is equal to 3. And that's the correct value. C is equal to 3. That will be the difference. You will not get both the values of C. Now here C cannot be minus 1. Why? Because when C is minus 1, if C is minus 1, it will be minus 1 plus 1, 0. 0 into x square. 0 into x square is 0. Then it will not be a quadratic equation. So C minus 1 is not possible. Here C cannot be minus 1. Because if C is minus 1, don't try in other places. Don't put C minus 1 in the x term or the constant term. Put it in the x square term. Okay, don't try C value here or here. Try it with the coefficient of x square. So if C is minus 1, it will be minus 1 plus 1, 0, 0 x square. That means x square term is gone. Then it will not be quadratic. So C is equal to minus 1 is not possible. C is equal to minus 1, not possible. Therefore, C is equal to 3. Not possible. So therefore C is equal to 3. The value of C is 3. Completed? Bhavishya? Okay. I'll read this, whatever case study this is. You answer the question. So, treasure hunt is an exciting and adventurous game where participants follow a series of clues, numbers, maps to discover hidden treasures. Treasure hunt, no? So treasure hunt, so treasures are hidden. And how do you find out the treasures hidden? The participants follow a series of clues, numbers, and maps to discover the hidden treasures. That's what is a game of treasure hunt. Players engage in a thrilling quest, solving puzzles and riddles to unveil the location of coveted prizes, the hidden prizes. While playing a treasure hunt game, some clues are hidden in various spots, collectively forming an AP. Okay, this is what is important for us. Still here, actually not at all. Here, nothing. Okay, so from here, while playing a treasure hunt, so don't read something which is not relevant to answering, don't read that from here to here, simply about the treasure hunt game. While playing a treasure hunt game, some clues are hidden in various spots, collectively forming an AP. Those clues form an AP. If the number on the nth spot is given to you, then answer the following questions to help the players in spotting the clues. Okay, fine. This is important, children. So when you read the case study, identify what matters to you and just don't try to understand the rest of it. So what matters to you is the nth spot is 20 plus 4n. That's all. Answer the questions. Don't write the passage, just write the end. You're writing the passage? Oh, see, actually, all that is not, just write the end. Okay, you can write from, no problem. Okay, fine, write. Nth spot is 20 plus 4. Fine, write it first. Oh, Pritesh, now you're like this teacher. If I write, she says. Right, okay. I think I'm seeing you only today, no? After that day? Finished? So what is 20 plus 4 in? It is A1 or S1? I'm sorry, it is AN or SN? AN. AN. AN is equal to 20 plus 4N. So which number is on the first spot? So A1 is equal to 20 plus 4 into 1. So 20 plus 4, 24. First one. Which spot is numbered as 112? Correct. So yeah, so AN is 112. Which spot is numbered as 112? So AN, some spot AN is 112. Some particular spot, we don't know if it is A3, A4, A5, some spot is 112. So AN is 112. So you can also do directly like this. So AN is 112, meaning 20 plus 4N. You can use it formula also. You can also use it formula A plus N minus, both you will get the same answer, A plus N. Or you can say 20 plus 4N is equal to, what is it? 112. So 4N is equal to 112 minus 20. So 4N is equal to how much? 92. N is equal to 92 by 4. N is equal to much? 23. Okay, so you get the same thing, right? Even if you work AN is equal to 112, A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 112. Do you know D here, by the way? You have to find. Yeah, you have to find. So I think you can do it like this. You have to find the second term. And okay, so if you have to work it in this method, you'll have to find D. So you have to work A2. You have to work A2. A2 is equal to 20 plus 4 into 2. So 20 plus 8, 28. So D is equal to A2 minus A1, 28 minus 24, which is 4. So now AN is equal to 112. A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 112. 24 plus N minus 1 into D, which is 4, is equal to 112. So 20. N minus 1 into 4 is equal to 112 minus 24. So this is 8. How much? 88. Okay. So N minus 1 is equal to 88 by 4. How much is that? 22. So N is equal to 22 plus 1, which is 23. You have to do this. This is what we normally do. Then you have to find D. Or here AN is equal to 112 and AN only is 20 plus 4N. So 20 plus 4N is equal to 112. So in this method, you don't have to find anything. So you directly get N is equal to 23. Or children, this is or. We know the value of A, 24. We do not know D. So we have to find A2 and then find D. So then put the values of A and D and find N. So the 23rd spot is numbered 112. The 23rd spot is numbered 112. What is the Or what is the sum of all the numbers on the first 10 spots? 420. Okay. Okay. So we have to find S10, right? S10. So if we didn't find D there, we have to find here. If we didn't find D there, we have to find D here. Okay. But now that it's there, I'll just use that. So we have to find S10, right? Sn is equal to n by 2 of. No, what's the question, by the way? First 10 terms. Huh? Because we've all done it like that, we'll just do it in a different way. What is A1? Is there, no? 24. What's A10? 20 plus 4 into 10. So 60. 20 plus 40. 20 plus 40, 60. So Sn is equal to n by 2 of the first term plus the last term. Sn is equal to n by 2 of the first term plus last term. So S10 is equal to 10 by 2 of the first term plus the last term is the 10th term here because you have to find the sum to the first 10 terms. So which is 5 into 24 plus 60. So 5 into 84, 0, yeah, 420. So you can also do it like this. Supposing now if I did it like this, I don't have the value of D. If I did it like this, then I don't have the value of D. So we have this option. We can do it like this, where also you don't need the value of D. We can also use the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into D to find Sn. You can also do it like this. This is another formula to find Sn, n by 2 of the first term plus the last term. First term is A1 or A. Last term is because you're finding the sum to the first 10 terms. You want S10. So for this, the last term is A10. If you're finding S20, the last term is A20. So you can find A10 using AN. 20 plus 4n is given, no? 20 plus 4n is AN. So using this, you can find any term of the AP. You can find A2, A3, A4, any term. AN is given. So if you put 10, you can find A10. See the last question. Which number is on the n minus 2th spot? Which number is on the n minus 2th spot? 108. How many spots are there? One minute. Some of us are still writing this. Finish it. Yes, Swati, how many spots are there? Okay, I'll just come to it. But from where did you find that there are 23 spots? Oh, it's given. No, I forgot. Okay, I don't see that. Okay. Yeah, Swati, tell me. No, right? We don't know. That's what we don't know how many spots are there in all. Do we know? No, my question is, do we know how many spots are there in all? I'm not able to find out that. You can find any spot using 20 plus 4n. Meaning you can find the number on any spot. You can find the number which is written on any spot using 20 plus 4n. First spot la enna number எழுதிருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா 20 plus 4 into 1. அதுதான் first spot la எழுதிருக்க number. Fifth spot la enna number எழுதிருக்கு? Fifth spot la enna number எழுதிருக்குன்னா 20 plus 4 into 5. ஆனா அந்த fifth spot la enna number இருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். இப்போ 100th spot ஒரு ஸ்பாட் இருக்குன்னா அந்த 100th ஸ்பாட்ல என்ன நம்பர் இருக்கு? 100th ஸ்பாட் அது. இப்போ அந்த ஸ்பாட்ல என்ன 100th ஸ்பாட் வேற, அதுல இருக்கிற நம்பர் வேற. If the number on the nth spot, if the number written on the nth spot is 20 plus 4n. So 100th spot la enna number எழுதிருக்கோம்? 20 plus 100th spot la enna number எழுதிருக்கோம்? 20 plus 4 into 100. So 420. So my question is, do we know how many spots are there? No, right? We don't know. We don't know how many spots are there. So we have to find the number on the n minus 2 spot. So any spot we can find using an is equal to 20 plus 4n, right? Okay, so இப்போ நீங்க வந்து n க்கு பதிலா n minus 2 போடணும். n க்கு பதிலா n minus 2 போடணும். இப்போ 10th ஸ்பாட்னா n க்கு பதிலா 10 போடுவோம்ல. 10th ஸ்பாட்ல என்ன நம்பர் இருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா n க்கு பதிலா 10. 20th ஸ்பாட்ல என்ன நம்பர் இருக்கு? n க்கு பதிலா 20. n minus 2th ஸ்பாட்ல என்ன நம்பர் இருக்குன்னா n க்கு பதிலா n minus 2 போடணும், அவ்வளவுதான். In place of n, use n minus 2 is equal to 20 plus 4 into, in place of n, use n minus 2. N should be replaced by that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here they want you to find the number in the n minus 2th spot, other position. N minus 2th spot, like the 10th spot, 20th spot, 30th spot. Correct? So 10th spot na n க்கு பதிலா 10 தானே போடணும். அப்ப n minus 2th spot na n க்கு பதிலா n minus 2 போடணும். So that is 20 plus 4n minus 8. So which is, what's this? 12 plus 4n. That's it. 12 plus 4n. You got that? Very good. This is the number on the n minus 2th spot. And children? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so but before we do this, I think last class we took up this question towards the end, and I said we'll further discuss in the next class. Okay. So we are doing this chapter actually quadratic equations. We're continuing now. So now let's solve. We already solved it in the last class. So if you have to solve, if the question is simply solve for x, if the question is simply solve for x, x square minus root 3 plus 1 into x plus root 3 is equal to 0. Now always look out if you like open up the brackets and you think there will be 4 terms with 2 x terms, then you can group. Then you can do grouping method. If on opening the brackets, you find one x square term, 2 x terms, and one constant, then you can factorize by grouping. You open the bracket, okay? What do you see? You see one x square term, 2 x terms, and one constant. So 4 terms and all. Then you can, factorize by grouping. So open the bracket, see you have root 3 plus 1 into x. So when you open the bracket, you have x squared minus root 3x minus x plus root 3 is equal to 0. See, we have one x squared term, 2 x terms, and one constant. So you can group the first 2 terms. So x into x minus root 3 minus nothing is common. So 1 minus x minus into minus is plus root 3 is equal to 0. So x minus root 3 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. X minus root 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to root 3, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1. But here you have to, solve it using the quadratic formula. So we worked this in the last class. If nothing is mentioned, open the bracket and find x by grouping. Okay. Now, last class, yeah, actually we completed. I was talking about this identity. So here you have a plus b, the whole square minus 4 into a into b. I'll do one thing. Why don't you just try it again? We'll do it together. Take down this, just give the heading solve for x. Solve for x. Write the equation. And in bracket, write factorization method or grouping method. Then we'll do it using the quadratic formula. Take down this answer. This is finding x by grouping or factorizing. So this factorization method. Factorization method. Now we'll do it using the quadratic formula. Okay, so for that we need to first find D, discriminant. Okay, so what is A? 1. B minus root 3 plus 1. And C root 3. Using the quadratic formula, the coefficient of x square is A, the coefficient of x is B, and the constant is C. You can use small letter itself. Yeah, so what is D? B squared minus 4AC. Please listen to me. So B squared, this is B. This one is B. See, this is B. Minus of root 3 plus 1 is B. B squared minus 4AC. Minus 4 into 1 into root 3. So minus, when it's squared, it becomes plus. Then we have root 3 plus 1 the whole squared. Minus, this is like A plus B the whole squared, right? And what do we have here? 4 into, what is A? Root 3. And what is B? 1. So we have minus 4AB here, minus 4AB. 4 into 1 into root 3, which is 4 into root 3 into 1. So we have this identity. A plus B the whole square minus A minus B the whole square is equal to 4AB. Very important because it makes your job easy. A plus B the whole squared minus A minus B the whole squared is equal to 4AB. So from this, we have A plus B the whole square minus 4AB is equal to A minus B the whole square. A plus B the whole square minus 4AB. When you transpose, when you bring this here and take this here, A plus B the whole square minus 4AB is equal to A minus B the whole square. So we'll use an identity here. A plus B the whole square minus 4AB is what? A minus B the whole square, root 3 minus 1 the whole square, finished. Now, supposing you expanded this, okay? Now, suppose you expand this. I'll write this again, don't worry. So this we can, oh. Now, supposing you don't use identity. So you expand. What will you get? Root 3 the whole square, 3 plus 2 into A into B, 2 root 3 plus B squared, 1 minus 4 root 3. So you'll get 3 plus 1, 4 minus 2 root 3. Now, 4 minus 2 root 3 is not a perfect square. So you will not be able to find the roots. Because under the square root, what is it? It is root D, right? Root D is root of 4 minus 2 root 3. So you'll be stuck there. You'll be caught there. If you did not use the identity and you work it like this, you know what you should do? No, you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, if you write 4 minus 2 root 3 under the square root, because minus B, let me proceed. X is equal to minus B plus or minus root D by 2A. So X is equal to, what is minus B? Minus, so plus root 3 plus 1. Minus, there's another minus, no? Minus into minus plus. This is minus B, this is B, right? Minus B plus or minus root D, root 4 minus 2 root 3 by 2A, 2 into 1. So you'll have X is equal to root 3 plus 1 plus or minus, how will you get rid of the square root? 4 minus 2 root 3. What will you do with that? So you will stop here. If you did not use the identity, and if you expand it and simplify, you get 4 minus 2 root 3. And then when you write the formula and substitute, you have root of 4 minus 2 root 3, whose square root you will not be able to, meaning it's not it doesn't look, it is a perfect square, but it does not look like a perfect square, right? So you will not be able to proceed, you will stop there. So I'm telling you two approaches. If you use the identity is one approach. The other approach is you don't use identity, but you expand it like this. Then what you should do here is you should not add 3 and 1. You must not add 3 and 1. You must write 3 as it is. Simplify this minus 2 root 3 and write that 1 also as it is. Okay, now you must write 3 as root 3 the whole square. And you must write 1 as 1 the whole square. You should not add 3 plus 1 is 4 only. You should not add here. Only then you can see the perfect square. You should write 3 as root 3 the whole square. You must write 1 as 1 the whole square. So then minus 2 into a into b. 2 into root 3 into 1. 3 is root 3 the whole square. 1 is 1 the whole square. Then minus 2 into a into b. 2 into root 3 into 1. Now this is of the form. Now this is of the form a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, which is a minus b the whole square. So what you will get using the identity, you can get without using the identity also. But you should not add 3 and 1 here. If you add, you will not be able to proceed. So if you expand like this, add these two terms. Minus 2, you will get minus 2 root 3. But 3 plus 1, 4, you should not do. You should have 3 terms. Only then you can show that as a perfect square. You should have 3 terms. If you do 3 plus 1, 4, you'll have only 2 terms. So don't do that. Have 3 terms. 3, 1 and 2 root 3. So now write 3 as root 3 the whole square. 1 as 1 the whole square. So this is a square, b square. Then what is 2ab? 2 into a, which is root 3, and b, which is 1. So what is this? This is a minus b the whole square. Because minus 2ab, no? It's minus 2ab. So a minus b the whole square. Root 3 minus 1 the whole square. Correct? So then what will you substitute here? If this is t is root 3 minus 1 the whole square. So you will get rid of the square root symbol in the next step. Next step it will become root 3 minus 1. Because it's like the square root and square, they get cancelled. Don't do that, but it's like that, right? That's what we see in our mind. Like the square and square root gets cancelled. So we have root 3 minus 1. So x is equal to root 3 plus 1 plus root 3 minus 1 by 2, or x is equal to root 3 plus 1 minus root 3 minus 1 by 2. Correct? So x is equal to, when you open the bracket here, plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. So 2 root 3 by 2. X is equal to root 3. Or here when you open the bracket, it will be minus root 3. So plus root 3 minus root 3 will get cancelled. And 1 plus 1, 2. So 2 by 2. Or x is equal to 1. This one only easily we got by factorizing here. X is equal to root 3, x is equal to 1. But if you're asked to solve using the quadratic formula, you should remember that you should not add 3 and 1. But if you use the identity, a plus b the whole square minus 4ab, you will directly get a minus b the whole square. If you use the identity, if you look at this as a plus b the whole square minus 4ab, directly you would have written in the steps avoid panidla. In the steps avoid panidla, you can directly write a minus b the whole square. Root 3 minus 1 the whole square directly you would have got. Yes or no? A plus b the whole square minus 4ab. Next step you would have written root 3 minus 1 the whole square. A minus b the whole square. without having to go through all these steps. So what you should do, you can use the identity. A plus b the whole square minus 4ab is a minus b the whole square. You can use identity. So directly you will get root 3 minus 1 the whole square. Okay, you didn't realize that you have to use identity. Then you should remember that you should not add 3 and 1. You must write 3 as root 3 the whole square and 1 as 1 the whole square, because you need 3 terms to show it's a perfect square. Okay. Yeah. So use identity, or if you don't use identity, don't add 3 and 1. Have 3 terms and show it as a square minus 2ab plus b square, which is a minus b the whole square. Then under the square root, you will have a perfect square. Root 3 minus 1 the whole square. It's a perfect square under the square root. So you can get rid of the square root symbol. And hence you will be able to find the values of x. All right. Okay, so all the images I'll share it on WhatsApp. All the images of today's class I'll share it on WhatsApp. I think this one most of you wouldn't have completed now. It's time. Okay. So please complete this at home. Okay. We'll continue with quadratic equations. We have more on solving using quadratic formula. I thought we can do one sum like this. This one, but again, no time. Okay. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. Online children, you can leave the call. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night. Thank you. See you, darling. Yeah.